Big John, Big John.
All right. Happy Labor Day, everybody. It is 1 o'clock on a Monday afternoon. Labor Day weekend. I've got a little air compressor in tow. Well, it's a big air compressor, actually. You can see it back there. Went over to Kirk's and got that out. Had to move his 8430 John Deere. And forgot my camera. So we went around the block the long way and picked up the camera so I could share with you guys. So welcome to the channel, and hope you enjoy. We have a combine to blow out and take to Bowling Green to the case dealer. We have an issue with the corn head. We broke a gathering chain drive sprocket shaft clean off one of the gear cases. So we need to get that down there, and the transmission is acting kind of sluggish and it scares me. Especially if we get a wet fall where that transmission's pulling a lot. You know, if you're cutting tracks going through mud, I don't think it's long for this world. So we're gonna get it down there and let them go through it. And I wanted to fix the corn head myself, but we have just been super busy all summer, it seems like, and just haven't had a chance to work on it. So I'm just gonna take it down there and let them guys go through it. And it looks like quite the job. There's a hex shaft that goes all the way across. It drives all 12 gearboxes. Actually, there's 13 gearboxes. There 12 gearboxes. 2 for each row, 6-row head. So that shaft's got to come out, and there's bolts and pins and everything else on every gearbox. So we're just going to let them deal with it and get it done and get it back, so we know it's done right. We got a lot of corn this year, it looks like. At least I hope so. It's looking that way. So yeah, I'll see you down there at Dad's. Okay, made her over here to Dad's. Now you guys get to watch me open a different shed door instead of the barn doors, like you always see me opening at my house. This one can be a royal pain. It can be. Hope you can see. It's kind of dark in here. I'm going to have to set you guys down for this. So how's that? Hopefully you can see. It'll get bright here in a second. We did some work to that door years ago and made it a whole lot better. We put a piece of channel on the top and reinforced the bottom, and then run a cable in the middle of it from top to bottom to hold the bottom up, because it was sagging and it was bowing as it sagged. So we got it all straightened back out. So what we need to do is we need to get the grain table out, get the combine out, blow it all off, get back in here. I'll probably take the corn head out with me. Take the corn head out. I don't know, we'll have to see what the throat looks like. Got to figure out which way the wind's blowing. And I have to get a piece of equipment over here to pull this out. In 1976, when Dad built this building, this is 50 by 90. She's 50 feet across this way, and she's 90 feet this way. Well, when they come out and drilled the holes for the poles, it was originally 70 feet. So those two weren't there. And they drilled the holes this way and Dad walked out here, me and Dad and Grandpa actually at the time. My Grandpa Rupke was still alive. We walked out here and we looked, and he said, that ain't nowhere near big enough. And so we had him add another 20 feet to the end of it before they even started construction. So now we need another one this big. Of course, so we'd get, it's just like my barn. It's got stuff that doesn't need to be there. So anyway, I'm gonna get a apparatus and get this table pulled out of here. I'll be back. Hopefully I can pull this forward. Got a winch right there. I should have used that. Let's try that. Pretty simple. Going backwards, though, I had to lock it in the four-wheel drive to get it to move. This thing's a pig. Plus, there's tires are low. Oh yeah, that tire's low. Luckily, we only go about 7-8 miles. Is the farthest we go with it. So now, combine. See if we can get a cold start. It's not very cold out, but we'll see. Little girl. A little muddy from wheat, actually. How about that? Oh, hang on. Better when it's like 30 degrees out and you're selling corn. So we got to back this thing up and get it out the door without hitting anything. I'm going to shut you guys off and concentrate on what I'm doing. All right, got her out here in the middle of pasture. Need to do a quick wind check. I'm pretty sure. Yep. You always want to park on the upwind side when you're blowing it out. There's some previous videos of us blowing this out, but I don't know if you guys seen them or not. So maybe you're new to the channel and you haven't been back that far. So we'll get the air compressor around here and get her set up and get all the panels taken off of her and get the spraying, get the blowing. All right, get all the panels off. We gotta undo this one here. Rubber strap right there. Be careful when you roll these things up. The crap falls out from underneath of them. Take the strap back here and hook her on. All right. There we go. Keep that open. So we got to take this panel off, then there's another one on the other side. We got to take that cover off of there. And some stuff off the throat. So, I'll set you up. Hang on. Finally got my tripod out. Trying that out. I've only had it for a year. I have used it a couple of times. Now the biggest thing is you got to remember that you have these off when you move the combine to turn it around and do the other side. Yeah. So yeah, this will show you the insides. Inside this is your concaves with all these bars and slats. And if you look in there, you can see the knuckles on the rotor itself. Those are what actually do the thrashing. And but yeah, dust collects everywhere up in here. So we'll blow that out. We'll go around and take the panels off the other side. Put the ladder down. A lot of stuff hangs in there. Set you right there. How's that? We put a new shock on the other side. We need to put one on this side. And there's that one. Throw that back here out of the way. Only one that comes off on this side without taking a bunch of bolts and stuff off. Phew. Dusty, dusty, dusty. And you got a panel here. It don't look bad in there. It don't look bad in there at all. I'm not going to mess with that one. I don't think I'm going to mess with that one either. Now, get the air compressor started. Let it run for a while, get warmed up. dead. That pulled truck around there and jump started. Problem when you only use something once in a great while. All right, I'll be back. All right, got the truck pulled around here. Jumper cable's hooked onto her. Little John Deere 4-cylinder. It's a John Deere Air compressor. Me and my buddy Kirk, you've seen Kirk on here. We bought this together. Oh, it's been quite a few years ago. And we bought it for this purpose. We borrowed one from a friend of ours, Dave Morshon, run Kansas Grain. We borrowed one of his for a couple years to do it, and then we found this one. I don't remember where it was. It was quite a little ways away. It was a couple hours away, down south and west of here, if I remember correct. But we went down and checked it out. The guy ran it. It run good, reasonable price. I mean, you always pay more than you want, but they run good. We've had to do a few things to it. Nothing major though. And it's been a good machine. Been a good machine. Oh yeah, we're up to 12 volts now. It was barely moving, so we'll get some hoses out, get them connected, get everything ready to go while we're waiting on the battery. Definitely want earplugs when you're running this thing. It ain't the engine noise, it's the air noise. Well, we got a couple of wands. We got this 5.5 footer that we've got neck down to I think that's 1/4 inch. Got a valve on it. That one you use most of the time. When you get into them hard to reach spots, we've got this little one. Well, you think it'll go? Yet. I think we might have a bad connection. All right, this is gonna take a while. I'll be back.